if you guys didn't see, or if you didn't know, Pomu uploaded the Koko Kara cover. It's a pinned message, and I hope that you guys are able to watch and show lots of love. Please comment, show all of your love and support. It was very well done. It was such a good video. I'm sorry. It was really good. I know some other people, talked about it before, and I haven't talked about it yet because, yeah. I think it just didn't really... I haven't really processed it or registered it in my mind, but once that cover was released and I watched it, then it kind of hit me. She's already said what she's needed to say, so please show her lots of love and support in the next 2 weeks. I've been friends with Pomu for a long time, and of course I watched her debut. I remember when she got into Niji. I'm so happy for her, that she will be able to go out there and keep accomplishing more amazing things. She's just opening a new chapter, and this is just one chapter that has ended. So think of it just like, we're reading the amazing book of Pomu wherever she is, and she's opening the next chapter. It was an amazing chapter, and the next one will be even more amazing. I'm not worried at all. I just want her to keep in touch. That's all. I'm just so glad that I was able to be part of this chapter. I was able to be part of the previous chapter too. So I will be looking forward to what the next chapter has in store for her. I DM'd her. I was like, so let's plan some Minecraft collabs before you go. So I'm gonna try and do something, because now I gotta keep the server alive. No, I don't think I'll get the god powers. It doesn't work like that. She can't just pass them on to me. I'm okay though. We're okay. We're all okay. We're all gonna be okay. It's hard for me to find words to speak, but I just know that things will be fine moving forward, and I will adopt any Pomudachi that has lost their way, or any that happen to fall into our Ukiverse. Yeah, everyone come on over, we'll sprinkle you with a little stardust. Whatever she chooses to do after this, I just want everyone to be able to love, support, and respect her decisions and the things she chooses to do. Because, I have no idea. I don't know what she's gonna do. She could be, moving on to something else, something bigger. Or she could just decide that she wants to live a normal life. A normal, quiet, fairy life. And that's okay too. Of course, we all know that she's capable of doing whatever she puts her mind to. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She can set her mind to something and she'll do it. If she wants to do something big, she'll do that too. But if she doesn't want to do anything crazy or doesn't want to do anything big, then that's okay too, and she's free to do that. So just remember, everyone is free to do what they want to do in the future, whether it's to continue pursuing big things or pursuing necessary things. My tarot reading for her earlier this year hit so much harder now. Really?
Let's do career.
Career, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, career.
I have a job.
Yes, you do currently.
For now.
Yeah, you have a job for now. Let's see if it stays that way.
Oh my god. Mane-san, don't watch this, please.
Giving them a little insight. Oh. Here are 3 cards for Pomu's career. We have Strength, we have the Hierophant, and the Emperor. This is like strong. Well, firstly, as a blanket statement, I don't think you'll ever have to worry about your career. I don't think you'll ever have to worry about, you know, what the next big thing is or what project you want to do next. Everything will just kind of happen as it should because it's what you're good at. Past influences that have brought you to where you are now, strength is pretty obvious, pretty self-explanatory. Just kind of being able to push your way through anything that happens so that you can get to the place where you want to be. Because, you know, not a lot of people are like that, and a lot of people want to be like that. But for you, you're already there. And you've already used that to get to where you are today. I sense a lot of like positive, strong female energy that has helped you in your journey to where you are now. This type of energy, I think, has always been in you since you were young. And so as you grew older, it just continued to grow and experiencing, you know, different things in your life, such as maybe creativity, or trying to decide what you wanted to do in the future. Whenever people kind of ask kids, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? It feels like the way that you would answer people or the way that you would kind of think about that answer was more substantial than other people. I feel like when you would answer people, it was very much like things that centered around being successful, but being able to kind of carry yourself on your own. And that's great energy to bring into where you are today. The Hierophant, they got a lot of wisdom. They have a lot of smarts or like knowledge, things that they know. They tend to stick to traditional ways of thinking and being, but because of that, they become a pillar in, you know, the community that they're in or whatever position that they're in now, because they know knowledge about what has always happened, what has always been in place. But it doesn't mean that they're closed off or they're closed-minded. It just means they can be a guide because they know everything and they know how things have always been. So I feel like that is where you are now in terms of career. Somebody who has become a foundational pillar in your community so that, you know, when others have questions or they have concerns or confusions about things, you already know the rules. You know how things have always been, but you also know how things can be too. It feels kind of like part of you kind of wants to break out of the norm and be a little more unhinged. But something is stopping you because you feel like you're a foundational pillar in the community and you can't stray too far away because you kind of represent like the energy and like the statue of what things have always been and how they have been. And so you feel like you can't really stray away from that because then it will affect your position in the community, which to me, you know, it makes sense. If you've become this sort of figure, then if you stray too far away from being the person that has been guiding people for years, it could be a little jarring for some people and even yourself. I think that there's opportunity there to grow and do other things. And also, I feel like people who are in this position of being the Hierophant are people who want to get out of the box, because for all this time you've been so concerned with the box and like keeping the box together, or not necessarily keeping you inside the box, but you have the box in your hand and you're like, I don't think anything needs to happen to it right now. Like, just let it stay as it is. But also low key, I really want to open it and just kind of leave the box and just like walk away and let someone else look at the box sometime. Going into the last card for possible like future outcomes for you is the Emperor, which is strong authority. The deck that I'm using, the cards, the Hierophant looks like this old man who is opening this really long box and light is coming out of it and stuff. And then for the Emperor, this is a guy who is standing on like a pillar and he's holding up a cube, but his hands are like inside of the cube, kind of like he's like holding up a trophy or something, like, look guys, I won this or something. It feels like in the present moment you're kind of like gingerly like, let me open the box a little bit, let me see what's inside. And then for the Emperor in the future, for Emperor Pomu, you've kind of grabbed at it and just you've taken control of the cube, the box. You've kind of shown dominance, fearlessness. It's kind of like you're letting people know, you're declaring to the people like, I'm gonna take control of my situation and I will decide what position I will be in now. Instead of, you know, having this responsibility of being a foundational pillar thrusted upon you, or like that it just happened. Instead, it's kind of like, well, now I'm going to decide what kind of pillar I am. And I think this will be through a lot of effort and a lot of hard work, a lot of planning, a lot of like trying to look at the big picture. The Pomufication doesn't happen overnight. It's a long process that can be hard, but I think it requires more hard work than it being actually hard.
I feel like I'm just a girl boss. I don't know if I feel that way, but cool.
You will.
I hope so. I'm just doing my best out here.
I know, we all are.
I know.
I mean, if it's relevant, then I guess I'm glad that I was able to contribute and help in some way with her making any sort of decisions. Be reminded of this talented bitch and what she will be able to do in the future, and just making sure that we send her off really well